It is obviously no surprise that Marvel kinda had an off year, kind of a slow year for the MCU. So of course my question is, will next year be better? We all are saying Marvel's gotta get better at some point, right? Is next year the year? That's kind of a complicated answer. Mainly because they're only releasing one film in the MCU, and that is Deadpool 3. Unfortunately, we are at the point where I can't say anything is going to for sure be good in the MCU. Before Guardians 3 came out, I said, this one's gonna be good. James Gunn, I trust this one's gonna be really good. And it definitely was. But the downside of that is I also would have guessed that Ant-Man, Thor, and Doctor Strange were going to be good, but obviously, well, we all know how that went. While I don't think we can say guaranteed Deadpool 3 is going to be good, I feel pretty confident in saying there's not a chance it's like bad, like horrible, right? I think it will be better than The Marvels and Ant-Man, two films I did not like at all, for the sole purpose of Deadpool farting around in the MCU. That sounds like a lot of fun. Hugh Jackman as Wolverine back in the MCU. I have some mixed feelings on that, if it's going to hurt the legacy of Logan, but that's gonna be awesome. Because Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, even in bad movies, is always still really good. And also Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is always great. We have a lot of the same people involved from the last Deadpool movies involved with this one, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I think it's gonna be good. But like I said, we're in the Wild West, baby. No one knows for sure. But of course, we have the stepson of the Marvel comic book world, and that is the Sony Universe, a franchise that is releasing a few movies next year. In fact, the first superhero movie dropping next year belongs in the Sony franchise, and that is, of course, Madam Web. And I gotta tell you, this one looks pretty amazing. Amazingly mid. Yeah, this one looks, okay. At best, we'll see. It's no lie, the first trailer, not that good, but, you know, sometimes trailers are weak, okay? Sometimes really good movies have kind of mixed or bad trailers, so, you know, there's always a chance. I think there is some acting talent here in the movie. That seems pretty cool, and, you know, we should probably just move on. Kraven the Hunter, wow, this one is gonna be something. Aaron Taylor Johnson, dude's a dub. He's always pretty good. In Bullet Train, he was great in Bullet Train. I loved him in that. He's been good in a lot of other things too. The man is making his return to the superhero world. Of course, who could forget him playing Quicksilver in Age of Ultron? Wow, such a good one. I'm not the biggest fan of the Spider-Man, let's make the bad guys good kind of genre that we're kind of navigating now. I don't think they're bad. I don't think the Venom movies are bad. Carnage, that one's like, but I think the first Venom movie's fun. It's a fun time. Kraven, I think there's a chance too. I don't know too much about the character, so I'm not gonna like front and get all mad. They're changing Kraven. I'm so mad. Who knows? No one knows for sure. And then apparently we're getting Venom 3. I don't really know much about this except it's going to be the final one. Hopefully it is a big step up from Venom 2. Carnage, like I said, not a fan of that one. But that Tom Hardy, Eddie Brock Venom dynamic is always really solid. At worst, we have that. At best, we have another fun, even maybe good Venom movie. And then there's the elephant in the room, and that is, of course, Beyond the Spider-Verse. No one really knows what's happening with this movie. Of course, they said, oh, it's gonna come out in March. Don't worry, guys. You don't have to wait that long to find out what happens. And now it's turning out we might have to wait a lot longer. With the actor strike, of course, that pushed it back, but also with all these reports coming out and saying that, you know, the animation is taking a long time and the animators are really worked, I'm sure hopefully Sony's gonna wanna like, okay, let's give them lots of time to make this the send-off to this trilogy that it deserves. So who really knows? I personally don't think it'll come out next year. I would be shocked just based off of what I've heard with the production of the last one if it came out next year, but obviously if it did, that would be probably the favorite for best superhero movie of the year. All the other Marvel ones got pushed back, the Thunderbolts and Blade and Captain America, New Order, whatever like that. Those all got pushed back, 25. Thanks so much for watching though. Which superhero movie next year do you think is going to be the best? This is just Marvel. I'm not sure what's coming out for DC. Maybe I'll make another video on that. I make a new video every single day. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. Please hit subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Goodbye.